There's a lot of different thought processes about sharpening broadheads, about how sharp they should be and how you should set them up. Some people want them just like a surgeon's scalpel. Some people just sharpen them a little bit. I think everybody would agree they need to be really sharp. But the question is, what is that? The main thing that I want a broadhead to do is I want two holes in an animal. I want that arrow to go in. I'm shooting it in the front end, which means the rib cage is there, possibly the shoulder blade is there. I want that broadhead to go in, and I want it to cut going in, and I want it to cut all the way through, and I want it to cut coming out. To me, that's really important. I don't like a scalpel-like edge. I don't want a polished edge. I like a filed edge, and it's very, very sharp. And I'm going to show you in a minute how I do it. But to me, they hold up better. That super sharp, honed edge. They're extremely sharp, but it's been my experience that edge is fragile. A lot of times with pigs, you're in a swamp, you're shooting a big 150, 200 pound animal. He may be coated with dried mud, thick hair. The broadhead may cut going in, but then when it gets inside, it's peeled the edge off of it. That filed edge, I've found, really stays together good. And it doesn't tend to roll over if it's done right. That edge is really durable, I've had really good luck with it. I had good blood trails, and I've had really good success. There are lots of ways to sharpen a broadhead. You can sharpen them like a knife. You can use the Lansky or the KME systems. You can use diamond hones. You can use grinding wheels with the paper wheels on them, bench stones, just about anything you could imagine. The rata wheels, the jewel sticks, they'll all work. I mean, they'll all work. So some of them better than others. I've got a little belt grinder, or belt sander, I guess you should say, with a little 1x30 belt that I can use on knives and broadheads too, and get them just super sharp. But the truth is, I can't carry that in my pack, and I can't take it to the woods with me. I want a system that's going to work, that's going to be fairly simple to use, and something that is portable, that I can take with me easily, that doesn't take up too much space. For me, that gets down to two things. This is just a 10-inch mill file, single cut mill file. This one here is a Nicholson. An 8-inch or a 12-inch works fine too. I like a 10 just because I don't know why. It fits my hand good. I like working with it. And then the only other thing I use is, this is a medium finish triangle file. This is also a Nicholson. It's a little 5 or 6 inch file. It's got 3 sides on it, and it's got smaller teeth than the bigger one. Okay, this is an Ace broadhead. I like an Ace head really well. I like Zwickis. I like the Magnus heads. I like the Grizzly heads real well. This is one that I want to show you. I'm handling it pretty rough. I want to show you that it's not sharp at all. I'm sawing on my fingers with it. And you can see that it doesn't cut at all. It doesn't have any edge at all to it. So let me mount that on a shaft, and I'll show you how I sharpen it. All right, I've got this arrow or this broadhead mounted on this shaft, and what I'm going to do, I start with this 10-inch file, and I've already used this file card. You need one of these too for your home use. You need to keep the shavings out of it. Some people chalk a file, but I don't. So I like to set the arrow down on something. Some people hold them in their lap. I can do that too, but this to me is easier. I set it on this little board and I just sort of level it up. I take the file and I start back here at the back, and that's the angle of the ferrule right there. I do not sharpen that way. Some people do. Some people want a really long cutting edge. I do not. I want it like this. I want a fairly abrupt angle. I'm going to get it sharp, but I don't want a steep angle. I want this edge to hold together. And the thinner it gets, the easier it'll bend. So we're going to do this for durability. So I start back here, lay it down, and push to the front. I am not putting a lot of pressure on this. Basically, it's like a hand saw. You just let the file do the work. You can hear it change when it starts to grab. I'm probably putting, I don't know, maybe 3 pounds of pressure on the file, maybe 2. And now I'm not even putting that much. So I look at it. You may can see this edge where my thumb is. It's not all the way to the edge yet. So I'm going to take a little more off. And I try to keep that angle the same all the way. This just takes some practice. Okay. So now I'm going to flip this over. I don't know how I'm going to show you this. You need to put it on the table, but I'm going to do it free-handed. Trying to duplicate that angle from the other side. And as you go, you'll feel it get smoother. I'm not pushing down, just a little bit of pressure. Okay. Getting close. If you can see the edge, just filing close to each edge. So I'm going to turn it back over on this side. Give it a few more strokes. After I've used the 10-inch file, then I switch over to this little 6-inch triangle file, and I start the back corner just like before, and I'm just very lightly making that edge a little more refined. The angle is the exact same. I'm just smoothing that edge out. Very little pressure. I'm going to create that burr condition again and just rake it off. And now I'm going to go back and forth. So all that burred edge is gone. Well, you've watched me through this process, and I've gone from a completely dull head. As you can see, my thumb, I'm sawing into this and it's not doing anything at all. We've sharpened this one side, and you can see how it's digging into my thumbnail. So that's just a file, no strop, no anything, just hand sharpening it. It's created an edge that's not so thin that it'll roll over. It's a durable, sharp edge. It'll cut deep. It'll break bones. It'll leave a good blood trail. And it's something you can easily repeat and duplicate. I can take this outside and shoot it into the dirt 5 times, get it completely dull, and in 2 minutes have it ready to hunt with again. And the simplicity of that is, to me, a lot of what traditional archery is all about. So practice up and get a good couple of files and go shoot something. Thanks a lot.